What is going on, everybody? This is Slick from Breaking the Clutch, and today I'm back with another build order video. I know I already uploaded a video with Kinsano and 1v1s with the Marine Flame build that I have for an opener, but I thought I'd do a more elaborate, in-depth explanation, show you a little bit of 2's gameplay, just so you can kind of understand it a little bit more. So, right off the bat, I throw a supply pad down and make a Marine. I immediately use that new Marine to grab supplies, and use my current Marines to grab supplies as well. Then I go supply pad as second, and I just keep collecting supplies. Then I get drop turret and wait for red line with the leader power. So right off the bat, as you can tell, power isn't really as important, but I totally recommend just grabbing it just so the opponent doesn't get it. As soon as I get my second Marine out there and rolling, I go around and I grab a mini base as soon as I throw down my third supply pad. That's the next buy I do. So I do 3 supply pads in a row after the first Marine. So after I bought the mini base, what I'm actually going to do with that mini base is throw down a barracks. And the next building I'm going to throw my main base is a generator. If you had all 3 Marines grabbing supplies off the start here, you would already have a generator building by now. But because of a misclick and a silly drunken mistake, I was not able to get my generator on time. As you see, the Atriox player there is running or the shipmaster, sorry, is running a infantry opener. As soon as my mini base goes up, I'm going to throw down a barracks, and then as soon as my power generator goes up, I am going to throw down a second barracks. Now, whenever I play against banished players, I always get the grenade upgrade right after my first Marine. You can also, whenever you play against W and SC, you really want to skip Marine grenade right away, throw your generator up as your third, and then upgrade it. And your reason for that is just because you really need to get a lot of power so you can transition mid to late game. If your opener fails to jackrabbits, and you also need grenades on your Marines still at the same time, so that way you can nade those scout units, those jackrabbits, or whatever else they decide to throw at you. A lot of times if you run into an infantry push from 2 enemy UNSC players, they will go grenade right away. So if you just mass produce flamers, then you're just going to beat them every single time. So that's one of the big plus sides of it. So once you get all your buildings up and running, you are going to want to produce flamers as much as possible. Flamers being, and get red line as well. Flamers being anti-infantry and anti-building are extremely crucial early on in the game. It doesn't matter who you're playing, UNSC or banished in general. It's just a big help to have those units out, run around the map and just absolutely melting everything that you can possibly see. As you're going to see, I produce Marines whenever I just have the supplies. Like see right here, I know I have a flamer producing out right now. I don't have enough power just yet. So what I do is just continue to produce Marines whenever I have enough supply and not enough power for a flamethrower. So as you're going to see as well with red line, literally all of your units are going to daisy chain their way across the map. This is going to be one thing important to note. If your opponent is running jackrabbits, you really do not want to push because this rush will be completely ended and stopped by a lot of jackrabbits. They will just completely surround your feed of units and stop the funnel right at the entrance. And then you'll just kind of hate your life as soon as every single infantry unit you have falls to the ground. As you're going to see here, the shipmaster player here is doing a wonderful job of defending this right now. He's already got 2 turrets up, but as you can see, man, just with Presto's jackrabbit support there, just constantly microing around those infantry units, my flamers just get an open shot at every single turret, every single building, and they just slowly melt one by one. Now you're going to see right here what I mean by having an upgraded generator this early on in the game is wonderful. I don't recommend going generator first in this because you still need supply. Essentially, this build allows some versatility. Say if you're, like I said, you're playing WNSC, you're going to want to go more Marine grenades than flamers, and then throw some flamers in the mix after you have enough Marines. Or say if you're running against a banished UNSC combo in 2v2s, then you can really just opt for a good mix of both. You don't have to get nades every single time. It depends on what they're doing. But if you run into a double banished, I just recommend massing flamers as much as possible. You don't really run into that much considering that banished are a little weak in the current meta, but it is most certainly helpful to still at least be able to acknowledge that, okay, they're both going banished, so I'm just going to mass as many flamers as possible. The reason I say that is because that banished scout units are not very effective as opposed to jackrabbits. Jackrabbits are just way too strong. We all know this. So if you're running banished, or if you're running against a banished player and they send scouts, just make a couple more Marines and upgrade your grenades, and then you're good to go. One reason in particular, I always recommend upgrading that generator first as well. In this video, in this game, just because of the double banished, it's not the case. But I recommend upgrading that right away because you won't be able to get Marine Grenade or upgrade a generator after your Flamer pump is going, because Flamers are so quick to make and they're so cheap as well. 80 supply and 40 power per Flamer. They come right out. Even as Kinsano, you can also drop in more from the air if you skip turret, but you're really going to want turret in case you do run into Jackrabbits or Choppers or Ghosts or whatever early game. So I absolutely recommend that you give this build a shot. You know, you can even use it in ones. I know you guys have seen it used in ones. Just make sure that you scout first. In 1v1s, I do this exact same build. I usually go generator third every time and upgrade it as soon as it comes up, skip Marine Grenade, make a Jackrabbit right off the start, and scout the enemy base in order to see what they're doing. Luckily though, in 2v2s, you really do have a lot of support from the spare Jackrabbits. They are essentially the swinging hammer, and you are the brute force that just shows up and kills everything. As you're going to see, they did opt in for a bunch of infantry units. Of course, like I stated, he's even got some rangers in there as well. That's great. But with 2 drop turrets and then our entire force just compiling together on this army, every single one of these units should drop. Just so many flamethrowers, and like I said, with Redline as well, there they go. There's the Resign. They don't even want to put up with that, and that is how you get an easy victory with Marine Flame from Kinsano. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope, also I had them mixed up. It's Atriox was the blue guy who we destroyed at first, and then Shipmaster, but regardless of which, absolutely incredible plays from this build. So I hope you guys try it out, see what you think. Please comment in the comment section below if you see any adjustments or changes you want made to it. Once again, Slick from Breaking the Clutch, and we'll see you guys next time.